So here we go. We're taking it for a ride. This is the Trek EX8 women's mountain bike test drive we're going on. And it's already riding pretty smooth. I know Jesse has ridden it a couple times before. It kind of just glides over roots and the bumps and so on. How's it riding so far?
Really nice.
That's good.
Smooth. That's
good. So we'll see. Yeah, it is a beauty, that's for sure. So let's take a look at this seat here. It's a drop seat, they call it. So what you're doing here, you're pressing on that, right? So
correct.
When you press on that, and then you press it in, the seat's gonna go up and down. So apparently when you get off the bike, you're gonna press it in, and obviously it's gonna be a little bit easier when the weight of your body's on the seat.
Yep.
It's gonna move down, it's gonna make it easier to get off. And then when you get on the bike, you press the button again, or you press the lever again, and it raises the seat. So that's your drop seat. It works really good. We got some nice Fox shots. Like I said, look at those tires. What a beautiful bike. Nice, solid, thick, sturdy frame. Look at that. Look at that nice color Trek right down here, down to the pedals. It's just an overall nice bike. And when we go biking, we like to take these heavy duty mountain bikes. It makes for the whole experience to be, much easier, but it's great. You'll see a lot of us doing a lot of mountain biking. We mountain bike and we fish, so we do both. And we take these bikes with us, and we can take a lot of gear. And as you can see, they're full suspension, so they kind of bounce when you go over bumps, and it makes it for a lot smoother of a ride. You've ridden a hardtail before.
Yeah, I have.
What do you think? How do you feel on this bike compared to the hardtail? Is there a big difference?
There is, because with this shock, you don't feel the bumps as much. And a hardtail, which this is full suspension,
right,
you feel everything.
Yeah.
So this, it's a better impact on sand, roots, and then the bigger tires make it easy to slide through.
Yeah,
the soft sand.
I noticed that. I consider myself to be really good at biking, and I definitely have the endurance. And when we go through the sand, I'm actually slowing up, and she's just ripping right behind me with those nice big thick tires.
Yeah, that's right.
And is definitely keeping up. So it's doing great for us. Again, our bike of choice is Trek, and we do a lot of mountain biking too, but we're going to be going fishing. Like I said, we take a lot of gear. So we're still on our trail ride here with the new Trek. We're cruising along, enjoying the day. We got a beautiful day out here today, and this is easier. Now we got the wind on our back.
Yep.
Now we got the wind on our back, so we're just cruising, because before we were biking into the wind. But wow, this is awesome now, ain't it? We're just cruising along like no problem now. This is great. So they got that little shack up here that maybe we'll check out, but it's pretty neat. So I think you got the seat all the way up now.
I do, yes.
So now she's got the seat all the way up, and she's in the right position. She's getting full extension with her legs. You don't want your seat too low, because then you're gonna burn out your thighs. So we've adjusted that seat so it's in the right position. Even though it's a drop seat, obviously you're still able to adjust the height of the seat up and down. So we got it just at the right spot, and that makes it easier to bike. But as we showed before, why don't you just slow down a little bit? Show us how you slow down, then you drop that seat down, and then you get off the bike. So she dropped the seat down, and look at how much easier that is to get off the bike.
Very easy, yep.
That is very easy, so good stuff.
Got to make sure you drop the seat down.
Yep, so show it to us again. So show us where you're pressing.
Okay, it's this one right here.
Let's get a good view of that. So that's below the handlebars. The brake is over here.
Correct.
And it's only got gears on one side. So there you go. Okay, so let's go back to this. This is where you control the drop seat. So You press that and it's going to lift up. There you go.
Like that.
So that's what you want to do when you're riding. You want to press that, lift the seat up, and get to full extension. And then when you slow down, you want to press it in. And
It's
then,
easier if you're sitting on
yeah,
it.
it's going to be easier if you have your body weight on it. And then it's going to lower the seat. And that was quite the highlight. I mean, they really sold us on that when we bought this bike. So they said how, you know, it was only, I think, a couple $100 more for this drop seat. And I was a little skeptical because I've never ridden a bike with a drop seat. You can see my Trek right here. It's a little older, but it runs great. I got Industry 9 wheels on it. So I was a little skeptical. Do you pay the extra $200 or whatever it was, $200-300 for that drop seat? And we were both kind of like, not really. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I think as you get to use it, I remember when you first tried using it, it was a little awkward. It was a little,
Yeah, it takes time to get used
yeah.
to.
So, but now that you're used to it, I mean, do you use that feature a lot? Do you think
Yeah,
it's a pretty
I do,
good?
because when the seat's up like this, it's literally hard. You would have to like climb over your bike. So with the seat going down, you can just put your leg over and
Yeah, that's
get off
great
of it.
because yeah, we had some issues with it off the bat with just kind of getting the motion down. But once you get it down, you get used to it. I think it's a great feature. I might even
yeah.
switch to that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're making all the new bikes now with these drop seats. I'm not
Yep,
sure, but
comes in handy.
they might be. So we kind of like it. So let's get back on.
Okay.
So we got back on. We're gonna start biking again. If I can get on my bike without falling. All right,
I can
so
show you
here
how
we
to
go.
do the seat.
So yeah, let me get on the other side of you. Let me get on the other side because I'm kind of getting it in the sun. So okay, there we go.
Here on my left hand.
Yeah,
So this is the wrong position you're riding. So you got to press the button, and then it raises the seat.
there you go.
That way your legs are full suspended.
Yeah, that's right. So the legs get that full extension.
And then if you want to get off, you press it again, and you sit down,
There you go.
stop, and then you're off.
There you go. Just like that.
Very simple.
Yeah, very simple. Just like that. So
It comes in handy.
that's how that's going to work. You can also see that middle shock, how much that's flexing over the bumps, which is also really handy.
Flex is really nice.
Yep, for sure. But this is a great bike.
Yeah, and I highly
Yeah.
recommend it for beginners. This is probably my 10th time riding a mountain bike.
That's right. She's doing a great job.
Honestly, I've never done it, but I love it.
Yeah.
And this bike makes it very easy.
That's
So
right.
If you haven't rode a bike in a decade or who knows how long, I recommend EX8. It's awesome.
So here's the other thing, you guys. She mentioned that she hasn't ridden the mountain bike in a long time. It's only about her 10th time, and she's caught on really quick. So
Very.
I think if you guys, I know you're all watching, I think if you guys want me to do an episode on how to get your girlfriend to mountain bike and like to mountain bike, I'm going to do that because Jessie has never biked before and she's become an expert at it now. And there's a couple simple little tricks on doing that. So one of the first ones is they're gonna hate it right off the bat. Okay, so that's a given. All right, they're gonna hate it. So here, come over here. So here's the thing. Let me just sidetrack for a minute. When I used to go mountain biking, I used to go into the ride up groups, and what would happen is there would be a bunch of guys, they would show up at the trail, and early as heck in the morning, even though I'm an early bird, I love getting up early as heck in the morning, okay? And these guys would show up at the crack of dawn, and then they would have to leave like an hour later, and they'd be under so much pressure to get home because their wife, girlfriend does not like to mountain bike, and then they're nagging them to get home. Now, how nice would it be to be able to stay out here all day because your girlfriend or wife likes to mountain bike also? So before we make that episode, I'm going to give you a little secret here on how this works. So what you want to do is, if your girlfriend or wife has never mountain biked before, you have to get the commitment first. Remember
Yes.
what the key is, the commitment. And when I say that, you have to have her commit to at least 4 rides. That's the magical number. The first ride is going to be bad. The second ride is going to be bad. She's going to want to give up. The third ride's going to get a little better. And then by the 4th ride, it's going to start to click in. And then they're going to be like, oh, I love nature. I love being out here. I love the bike. So you have to get that commitment to at least 4 rides. So get that commitment, hold them to it, and then it'll be really good. But there's a couple other pointers that I'll go over, but we're gonna wait on that because I wanna make sure there's interest first. But don't be that guy. Don't show up at the mountain bike trail and then you get there early, your wife gives you a kitchen pass to get out. You know, all the other guys are laughing at you, and then you gotta run home, you know, in an hour. You're getting browbeat. You know, it'd be much better if she actually showed up with you and enjoyed the day with you like we're doing right here.
Yes.
So until next time, we're going to be going on an adventure. We're going to be going on shore fishing adventures. We're going to be showing you mountain bikes, and we might even be going fast here and there. And as you can see, my nice truck in the background, we take this out to the trails, and it takes the bikes really nice. It carries both of them. We just put them both in the back, but you know, I love trucks, and especially this one. We've got a 6-inch lift and 35 tires. They have more models. I may upgrade my bike pretty soon.